Hey there, and what's going on YouTube? Welcome to another edition of Philly Brew Reviews. Let's brew some beer. Alright, so today I'm filming the first part of a long video which will show people this, the Mr. Beer home brewing system. And Mr. Beer home brewing system is available in a lot of big box stores. It's available in Bed Bath & Beyond. I've seen it at Walmart. I've seen it a lot of different places. And what it is basically a very simple kit that comes with everything you need to brew your own beer in the comfort of your own home. Very simply. Now, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to edit together a lot of footage. So what I'm saying right now might be edited together and chopped together to try to cut it in for time and everything like that. This statement that I just said will probably be cut out. Anyway, so the Mr. Beer kit is, as I said, it's an all-in-one, and I've already opened it and used it once, and I'm actually drinking the Classic American Light version, which I've reviewed a couple of times already on YouTube, so look for those videos if you're interested. However, to get to this level, or to get to here, there's a lot that has to happen first. So when you get your Mr. Beer kit, and as I said, I opened this before, so I'm kind of doing a fake unboxing, I'm not going to lie. But the Mr. Beer kit is going to come with mainly, the main thing is this thing. This is the plastic. It's about 8.5 liters of beer that will brew in this, which is, I guess, in the end of the day, it's about 2 gallons, a little bit more than 2 gallons. Okay, so it's going to come with that. This part, the nozzle here, is going to be disconnected. The great thing about this lid is that it's got notches in it to allow CO2 gas to escape, and those of you who have been into brewing know that the CO2 part of it is something that you have to release CO2, but you still have to let oxygen in to allow the yeast to do its work. So this lid, kind of in its design, does both. So you're going to get that. That's important. You're also going to get some of these bottles. You're going to get, I think I got about 10 of these bottles. These are actually 940 milliliter bottles. They are, I would say, about 20-ounce bottles, so a little bit more than you're used to when it comes to like a regular 12-ounce beer. You're also going to get these Carbonation Drops. These actually look a little bit different than the ones that came in my kit. As you can see, it says DIY Beer Coopers on it now. Coopers is the brewing company from Australia that actually took over the Mr. Beer product and has made it a little bit more, I guess they made it a little bit more relevant. That it's, you know, homebrewers aren't completely laughing at it anymore, that you can actually do some cool stuff with it. So the Carbonation Drops go in at the point of bottling to carbonate the beer. It's going to come with, these are just some extra caps that I got. These are caps to the bottles. Obviously it's going to come with, where do those instructions go? With a set of instructions, which are already completely destroyed and waterlogged because I spilled water on it 100 times. And the main attraction, it's going to look something like this, is going to be this. It's going to come with a beer kit, and this is a refill, obviously. This is Oktoberfest lager. This usually does not come with the kit itself. The kit itself will come with something a little bit more basic, like a lager or an ale, or a classic beer. So what's inside one of these boxes? What's inside one of these boxes is no rinse cleanser. This is a sanitizing solution that you're going to put inside here, and inside the bottles you're going to sanitize everything that you have so that everything does not get any kind of foreign yeast or bacteria inside the beer, which from a food safety standpoint, there's really not a way that you can get food poisoning from beer, but it can taste like crap. So, you know, that's the one thing. And you're going to get a can of the wort, which is in here. Okay, you're going to mix this with some boiled water. We're going to go over all this at some point. Okay, now the top comes off of this, and inside is your yeast packet. This is actually the yeast that is set for whatever type of beer you're actually brewing. You look at the top, you're actually going to open it from the bottom. But anyway, again, we'll cover all that. So that is kind of a very quick tutorial of what's inside the box of a Mr. Beer kit. So what we're going to do next is we're going to start to sanitize all of our equipment, and we'll get started. So welcome to my kitchen. Here we are, phase 2, after we've unboxed all the Mr. Beer stuff. What I've decided to do this time is I'm going to do the Bavarian Weissbier. Yeah. one of my favorite styles. So I'm really curious to see how it's going to turn out. But I just wanted to do a very standard, not going to be doing any additives or anything like that. So what we need to do first, before we do anything else, is sanitize everything that we're going to be using for the Mr. Beer stuff. Now, I apologize if I'm not completely in the frame the whole time, but I'm sure you can hear me, so I'll just keep talking as I do everything. Now, all the time I would have my handy dandy set of instructions laying around somewhere so that you can refer to them anytime you need to. One of the things that they tell you that you have to do is you have to sanitize everything that's going to come in anywhere near contact of the wort or anything like that. So obviously the first step that we're going to be doing is we're going to be sanitizing. Okay, now the instructions say that we're going to need 4 liters, and there is a measuring stick on the back of this, so you'll be able to tell how much water you'll actually be needing. But you're going to need 4 liters of warm water inside of this. And again, I'll cut out the, it filling up and stuff. In my case, I actually have a telescoping thing here, so it makes it a lot easier to tell what the amount is. But we're continuing to fill here. And I've already cleaned this out from the last time that I did the beer. So we're good there. It's been soaked out and all that stuff, and very, very well rinsed. Okay, so we're at the 4 liter mark. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to open up your kit that came with the beer, and you're going to find on the top your no rinse cleanser. Now what you're actually going to be doing with this is you're going to be using half of the bag. The other half you're going to store until you get to the bottling point, at which point you're going to have to sanitize all of your bottles before you bottle the beer. So what we're going to try to do, and basically what it is how many? About 1 tablespoon of this stuff. And what I basically did was I just scooped 1 tablespoon out of here. You want to open it carefully so you're not tearing it all over the place, so that you can fold it back over. And you won't have any problems using the other half of the bag. You don't want to open up the box and find the bag all laying all over the bottom of the box, right? So, okay. Okay, so I'm scooping out, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm scooping out about 1 tablespoon of this stuff and just dump it in. And like I said, you really want to make sure that you close this tight. I'm going to take out this can for right now to move it here. So I leave that there, put this over here, so that box is done. Okay, so once you put the sanitizer inside the water, you want to put the lid on, and then what you're going to do is you're going to swirl it around. Now, you are going to notice some water coming out of the top here. It's totally normal. Like I said, there are openings on the top to allow the CO2 to come out during brewing. Okay, but you really want to slosh it around really good, okay? Really, really good. Get the top of the lid, and as I said, some water is going to come out at that point, but don't worry about it, it's no big deal, okay? Sloshy, 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 sloshy. Now, you're going to notice that there's going to be somewhat of a film around everything. That's actually totally normal. This type of cleanser, it does leave behind kind of a film. You'll be able to feel it if you touch it with your fingers. If it's on the outside, it is totally normal, totally food grade. Trust me, I'm in food service, I know. Okay, so now what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to let this sit for 2 minutes. So we're going to do that, and then we'll come back and we'll slosh it again. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes, so we're going to slosh again. Sloshy, sloshy, sloshy. I actually did something in the interim that I forgot to do the first time, and I always admit my mistakes. You're supposed to stir. Once you pour the cleanser in, you're supposed to stir with a spoon until it's completely dissolved. Now that's important. Obviously, you don't want to leave anything behind as far as the small sanitizer pellets. They're small white pellets. I mean, tiny, but you can see them in clear water. You just want to make sure that they're completely dissolved in a warm water. All right, so that's probably enough sloshing. Now, this next step is important, okay? A lot of people skip this step, don't skip it, all right? Now what you're going to do is you're going to fill a bowl. I usually just empty this out, and this in turn sanitizes this part here as well. But you're going to put your spoon, your can opener, and you're supposed to put your measuring cup. My measuring cup is kind of big, but I'm going to try to shoehorn it in there. You know what? Maybe I can use the smaller one and just use it twice. Hold on. I think that's what I shall do. This one's a 2-cup measuring cup, so we'll just use this twice. But you just want to make sure that it can fit inside the bowl. Okay? Now, you got all of your equipment that you're going to be needing for the brewing or the wort process of this brewing. Okay? You're going to fill it up until everything's covered, and you're going to wait 2 minutes, and you're going to let that sit. So, as I'm filling this bowl up with the top of my can opener, my electric can opener, my Pyrex measuring cup, and my slotted spoon, which I'm going to be using to stir once everything is in there. Once this is filled up, you let it sit for a couple of minutes, let everything sanitize properly, and then you're good to go. So we'll be right back.